everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I need to start YouTube side. There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm just waiting for Ryan to come online, and then we can go have some fun. Or something like that. I hope everyone has had a wonderful day. I've mostly been spending it working on doing some more with the Hakuolo piece. Getting a couple more cleanup frames done. It's going to take a while. Cleanup always takes a while. Hello, Light Suing. Hello, Doodles. I should be coming on just any time. Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday I spent beating my accounting books into shape. That was no fun. I had to reconcile the books for like 2 years worth. But I finally did it, and the PayPal accounting is happy, and I was able to get some payout, so yay! Yes, these are the moblins! You can see a couple over there in the corner. Mobies instead of gobbies? I don't know. There's Rye, slowly coming in. Why did YouTube suddenly stop on me? Oh, I'm sorry, YouTube people. And it probably just dumped all my information. Nani? Yep, it dumped it all. So now I've gotta put it all live again. Oh, why do you do this to me?
Last I looked, it was 9:30.
Well, it's after 10 now, and I started on YouTube, and then suddenly it dumped, and I had to restart it.
Because YouTube.
Because YouTube. I no get. At least the Twitch is running smooth. Oh, there you are. So, are we ready to follow some main story?
Maybe I'm still... My dad is a little MIA. I'm trying to arrange for wrap-ups there.
Well, when you're ready, come around front and I'll have the carriage ready.
I'm certainly semi-ready to travel. Hey Live, hi Doodles.
So we tried a new place for lunch today.
Yes. Thankfully not on my dime.
Yeah, it was on my dime. We went to a new place that's in downtown called Urban Plates. Food was excellent. Price was a little higher than what I'd prefer, but then again...
Yeah.
We are living on a shoestring budget, but the quality of food was worth the price. The main problem we had with it is definitely do not go during peak hours because even...
You will be deaf.
Yeah, it was loud.
Here we go.
It was painfully loud. And that was with only a third of the tables filled.
Maybe more than that. Maybe.
But yeah, it's one of the current trends with a lot more modern restaurants is to have really, really loud places. And it's getting painful.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I don't like going to Chipotle is it's just too loud.
Yeah, I am glad that Boudin is in better shape than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since they're as close to a laundry replacement as we're going to get.
Yeah. Much sadness. I assume we're waiting on you to do your wrap-up?
Somewhat. Why, are we somewhere? Yes, we're somewhere.
Yes. We're waiting at Wuklamat. Rift, please do not mother hen Wuklamat.
She needs mother henning!
I won't deny this, but...
Okay, there we go. Select this top.
When you are ready.
Yeah. Waiting for Civ 6 to finish exiting. There we
that
go.
would be good.
It is nice having a system that can technically run both at once.
I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting. That admitting to weakness would bring a shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up to the others.
Are we going to have a very special episode?
Maybe? I was on kind of this afternoon.
Oh shoot.
Oh shoot?
Yeah. I still have a nearly full inventory.
The Great Curse.
Yes.
Hey, action! Hey, Orca! Yeah, this afternoon. Yes, we have action!
Hey, Orca.
This afternoon,
We could have used you on Wednesday for the Action Bastard meme.
Yes!
Or in other words, yes, we have gotten through the first dungeon. Which I do want to talk about some of what we talked about yesterday when we have a chance.
Yeah. Now that I've decided to share, I feel so nervous.
Of course, this is going to be one giant cutscene all night.
Probably.
This place is called Many Fires for the constant stream of peddlers and travelers who make camp here after climbing the stairs.
This side of the region is so different from where the Hanu live. The striking colors and vegetation alone. This seems like a cozy spot for Wuklamat to let her guard down. I know it can't be easy for her.
We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire, and there's meal preparation to be done.
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel, but I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue.
He sounds like he's a
I
good
was scared
jaw.
and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
Why do you want the throne?
Okay, the other one was good too.
Yes, they are. That one is good advice.
Why?
This one is more okay. Continue the
Because
introspection.
my father built
What's
a
the
nation
actual goal?
where everyone can live in peace, and I want to keep it that way. I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers.
Exactly.
It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find the City of Gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wooklamat. But you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
I really like Kryl.
Mm-hmm.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the
Part
same
of why I
destination.
am happy to see
With
her
our
become a
combined
combat
talents,
NPC.
nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Meanwhile, in the second promise camp, ooh boy.
You are a bit ahead of me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Not a problem. It's usually the other way around.
And they're listening in!
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
Turn.
You sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Wuklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye, but we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Baldessian. And then, there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If he's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkelpacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better, and I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach. But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawntrail, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
Interesting note.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7
This
keystones.
has been more or less implied.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Meanwhile, with the first promise.
Yeah, this'll be interesting.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history.
Ooh, that's not ominous. Not in the slightest.
If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
Oh boy.
In
What?
battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
Ooh, goody. Earlier with Bakul Jaja.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all. I wonder
Really?
if the house cat is dead yet. Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have two more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliolal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that?
Oh dear.
We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. Back to it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet, somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind. My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind. I'm begging you.
I think piece of work applies. Hello, Ash, and welcome!
I am not happy with the fact that they were using the ASEAN theme for him.
Yeah, that did. Thank you for pointing that out. I was hoping that was just coincidence.
Well, I doubt it's that. actually Asians, but yeah, it's Asians.
It's Asians. Let's be honest here.
I'm not saying it's Asians, but it's
But it's
Asians. Who first?
Alfie Toad?
You are not letting them live that down.
Not even a little.
I have some small experience with the pressures of leadership, and crumbling beneath its weight, as you well know. If anything good can be said to have come of my failures, I hope it is my capacity to help others avoid similar mistakes. Alitoad?
It doesn't matter if Luke Lamott's scared of alpacas or gets sick on boats. It doesn't change. Excuse me. It doesn't change who she is or what she means to her people. Cryle, who's hiding under Boko. I'm glad we could take a moment to talk things through. Luke Lamont seems much happier for it.
It is good to see Luke Lamont more sure of herself.
Being able to say those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest, and I can finally take a full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better. Will be better. For myself and for my people. You go, Wook.
You may now enter Nkatumu with a party of NPC avatars, etc., etc. I need the trust. A promise for the people. And before we continue on, as I was saying, I wanted to talk about yesterday's discussion. Just sadly, action has probably gone to bed on us. One of the things that had me kind of nervous coming up to this is back in
Shadowbringers?
Stormblood.
Stormblood? Are you sure?
Yeah. The first dungeon was the Siren Song Sea. Basically level, 61? No. Yeah, Heaven's Word is 60, so yeah, the level 61 dungeon. And, it was a dungeon, it was reasonably tough, and it was about what you might expect. You get into Shadowbringers, and the level 71 dungeon is Holminster Switch. It is tough. It's actually a lot of fun. There's a lot of really good mechanics they packed onto the bosses.
But man, do you feel
tough. Yeah. And you feel it just on some of the regular mobs.
Yeah, that one, I enjoy the dungeon, but healing it can be a challenge because the tank really knows, one, needs to be geared, and two, really needs those mitigations, and if you don't have either of those, the healer just isn't going to keep you up. They're going to try their hardest, but...
And then you have Endwalker, and the level 81 dungeon, which is Tower of Zot. And that one's really tough.
Oh yeah, the Tower of Zot is nasty.
Are a bit tougher, maybe, than Holminster Switch. Not a lot, though. Kind of around the same. But there are a lot of them. But the bosses are no joke, and this last boss especially is really, really tough. There's a lot of that combat where I'm still just running around with like a chicken with my head off, because there's a lot I just don't see coming and don't understand in that fight still.
Action replies, ugh, it's an exam!
Yeah, so, you'll note that each time the first dungeon is getting noticeably tougher, and a lot of the dungeons in Endwalker were making me feel like I was kind of hitting my limits. So I was really scared that the 91 dungeon was going to be tougher than Zot, and might start really going past what I can do. No, actually they simplified things down. It's about as tough as, say, Siren Song's C, accounting for levels and everything. It's very interesting. There's a lot of classic mechanics going on there, but you don't have a lot of the really tight timing problems and figuring out what order things are going to go off in that kind of characterize the last 10 levels of dungeons. And I got hit by vulnerability debuffs 3 times. They were all on the last boss, and it was all to the darn whirlwind, which was purely a case of, okay, I understand what I need to do. I'm going to be gaining some distance to get some gap, and why is it following me?
Yeah. I'll be honest, I was worried because I know the first couple dungeons in X-Packs send you kind of crying for Mommy Crystal.
Well, especially with how tough they were getting.
But I'm glad to see that it's backed off. Couple of bosses, they look hairy, especially with all those tells going across the floor, until you realize that it has a very generous leeway time between when the tells go off and when you need to be out of them.
yeah, unlike some dungeons lately where, okay, the tells go off, that means I'm getting killed.
Yeah.
So I was very happy to see the difficulty scale being a lot more modest, but still having a lot of the mechanics you'd expect and everything. As I kind of told Smudge yesterday, I kind of feel like they're half expecting people to be skipping a bunch of content and going straight to this at some point. Because it feels like they're expecting people who aren't as practiced this time.
Meanwhile, we're kind of worried for a friend who shall remain nameless for the moment simply for privacy reasons. And they're feeling basically skilled out of the game. And
which I was getting really close to.
And they've been here since 1.0.
Yeah. Really? So, 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay then. That's
so
dedication.
I'm kind of leery because there has been a slow growth in the player base as a whole, and I'm watching some of the older players kind of slowly drift away because it's being a little too much for them to manage.
Yeah. And for anyone like that, I say, get through Endwalker and the such, get into Dawntrail. It's a new story, and they seem to be resetting some of the dungeon difficulty a little.
With that said, I'm a little grumpy at Viper now that I've hit 91. Actually, Viper's now 92.
Yes, it did level.
They've loaded on a whole bunch of extra stuff that I haven't figured out how to place it currently. And I feel like the entire rotation that I've been learning up till now has been thrown out the window.
Here.
I thought Black
Mage
was...
Did Viper your Vindo?
Yes! My Vindo got viped pretty good. And it's already suffering from one of the problems I have with a couple of the classes, Bard being one of them, Dancer another, is that...
You have to stare at the buttons.
You have to stare at the buttons.
So lots of procs in this one?
Lots of... You need to go to this chain and that chain and this other chain, but the chains flip depending on what you did last time.
It feels more like how I'm feeling about Dragoon at the moment.
Dragoon is actually pretty straightforward, so once you understand what it's doing, you don't have to look at the bar.
Yeah, it's a long chain with a lot of buttons, and there's like and it's kind of a figure 8 where you kind of loop into sub-chains depending on whether or not you're currently single target or multi-target.
But as a whole, I'm actually enjoying Viper.
Good.
But one of the other things that's driving me nuts, and this is a really subtle finesse thing, is that the gauge is mirrored for where I have my button placements for what's comfortable to get through the rotation. I wish there was some way I could just flip it.
Yeah. Sorry. And you'll be getting no help from me on Viper for a long time.
Sam actually suffers from the same thing, but it's a lot more subtle and easier to work around. But Viper, it's like the gauge is pointing off to the right. Why am I hitting the left button for this ability?
Flip your buttons?
Unfortunately, if I flip the buttons, it doesn't flow as well. It's an ergo thing.
I was afraid of that.
Oh, I know it's like this small minor thing, but...
But those are the things that trip you up.
Yes, these are the things that trip me up. Well, Clement, what do you think about all this? I'm ready to move on. I see.
She's bored of this conversation.
Checking with Alfie.
Yep,
yeah,
they're
same
gonna be
as
the
before.
Same. Come on, Bert. A leaking work pot. Aaronville is concerned about dangers on the road. The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road we'll be taking is favored hunting ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, there will be fewer travelers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted.
Bandits on the road? What has Zoral Ja and the Landsguard been doing? It seems to me it's up to... Seems it's up to me to restore order in the area.
She's on! And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the Second River.
Hello, Rebley.
I deal with Moblins all the time, so I figured I'd ask around and find out what kind of goods they're interested in. Market research, if you will.
Not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Swipastick.
Swipastick? Many warm-hearted welcomings to many fires. Swipastick wishes you a comfy feelings day.
Yep, they're moblins.
Unmukat. Like most folk, I'm stuck here till the roads open up again. But unlike most folk, I've got a wagon load of fresh fruit with me. Hungry travelers with nowhere to go, could be some good money to be made.
Not a bad idea. One thing I do really enjoy about the game is
Over here.
done such a good job with the classes that there is no bad class. Or job. Checo Chuck?
Biting my tongue. Since the Big Step Swim Splinter Smash in the storm, lots of lowlanders are journey blocked. Checo Chuck will make them tasty grub to take ready feels away.
Wow, these guys are even more gobby than gobbies. What? Let's be honest, Rye. The jobs are fine, you just have personal preferences. And some of those preferences are as far away as from Monk as physically possible.
Yes. Greedy words, Lowlander. Does Lowlander want to think you know more about mini fires?
Yes. What do you do here?
Oh god. Flanny Chick is happy greeter to many fires. You want to take over?
Yeah, I guess. Floaty Chick is happy greeter to many fires. She happy greets travel traders and treats them to the most tum-gladdening barbecue. Travel traders.
I could use some tum-gladdening barbecue right about now.
Travel traders thank Flicko Chick for her kindness with Jingly Shine, or even better wise, with tasty meat. Tasty meat.
And what kind of place is this?
Many Fires is a rest spot for travelers and traders on long walks from Tulio to the far south and backwise. Usually long walkers stop here after climb the big stairs, but now the big stairs are broken, so the flow folk have stopped. Flickachick hopes that big stairs are quick fixed, so every mobby can gather around the fires and eat sizzled meat together again.
Sizzled meat. Darn it, Flickachick, you're making us hungry.
And this is why I purposely went and got surf and turf for lunch. Cut those cravings out before they become too bad. Hello, Alpaca Keep.
And we have someone behind us, but Alpaca Keep first.
Oh, so we do. The Dolja. Actually, wasn't he in the Hanu Hanu village?
I could not tell you.
I think
Probably
he was.
Not. Maybe. Doesn't look like the caravan to Earthenshire will be leaving anytime soon. Perhaps the Moblins might slip me a few gil to keep the nasties from the gates while I wait.
Yeah, I think we did a quest with him. He's basically traveling around to learn different magics.
Could be. Yeah, back the way we were going. Towards the Alpaca Keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Widowmaker, we are not playing with you. Yeah, I went and had the surf and turf over at Urban Plates this afternoon. It was very tasty. They did a good They did a good job on those Brussels sprout sides.
Ugh.
I like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, that's your problem.
I'm the only one in this household who likes Brussels sprouts, and I'm like, why? Aaronfell?
The bandits' lair is said to be somewhere near here, but I'd prefer we avoid seeking out trouble.
We're adventurers. We run to trouble.
Yeah, well.
I feel eyes on us several times as we made our way here, though they'd soon seemed to lose interest.
Again and again, I am struck by the majesty of the falls. It is difficult to comprehend the sheer volume of water this natural wonder produces.
No, not Rift, Kryl. Rift! Let me at Kryl. Oh, I see. This is the river which feeds the waters into Ukanu. Well, where are these bandits? Ooh, I see an aether current.
Apparently, they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size, and this well-armed. Earthenshire is just a little further ahead, on the opposite bank of the Miyakabakzuma, so let's remain vigilant all the same. And where is this aether current? Oh, behind the tree.
Yep.
It was hiding.
It does that. It's an aether current. Touchy, touchy.
Touchy, touchy.
But yeah, I have a weakness for well done Brussels sprouts. Meanwhile, Rye here hates anything green.
They literally make me gag. Oh, wait, stop. Hunt target. Bird of Ligaka.
Enjoy.
And one of one. So, all done.
I mean, everyone has different palates. I also like asparagus, but I prefer very thin asparagus. And Rye's like, please change the topic of the conversation!
Yeah, exact same taste, just slightly less horrific.
Yeah, this looks like a mobby settlement. Shall we run up and touchy-touchy?
Yeah, before we forget. And maybe talk to the alpaca keep.
But yeah, the steak was done correctly. Which is, for my taste, medium rare. And the garlic shrimp was just very nice. So while it was kind of the most expensive thing on the menu, I think it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
And my sandwich was good.
Yes. So this is Earthenshire.
Yes.
Goodness me, it's like the entire village is made of pottery.
To be wise, Earthenshire is all earthenware.
Not another climate in sight. Does this mean we're ahead or behind?
Even as Hanu culture is distinct from the Vanu, Moblin society has developed quite differently to that of their goblin cousins. This is it! The village where the Lay of Pots from the Tuliolo saga took place. Earthenshire, Idleshire. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder?
The settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom built to resemble pots, while the other is repurposed to town.
And by the way, Ace or Ash, yeah, definitely Ash.
Yeah, Ash.
Congrats. What I get for looking too quickly.
Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the Third Promise and her retinue? Why, yes you do. That's us! We're looking for the Dawn Servant Selector, if you happen to know who it is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Ready Rock is the elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to the performing the feat. As much as Ready Rock would like you to do just that, we have much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village, shattering the cliffs and dropping rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the Potsworn were injured. This is no time for feats of metal tests.
I'm not sure there's a difference.
I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught up in its path. Not to change the subject, but, what are Potsworn?
Goldsmiths contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The Moblins provide these Potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Tyrol.
This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions.
Yeah, well, acts of God.
If this is the best they can offer, I should have never left Wakumekme.
Really?
You see, the Potsworn desert us. Without even enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the Pot Pact. Should our Potsworn leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. What have we to do something, and do it soon? Then let us stand in for the injured helpers. It would give me a chance to learn more about your people and the village. If it brings us closer to the beginning of the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so I don't feel obliged to join in. Take your rest while you can. You're telling us not to help? It is our nature to help. We are busybodies.
I could use a nap.
That's your problem.
Fine, I'll help.
I was hoping you'd say that. Actually, I wasn't sure I could do it on my own.
We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit and watch.
We'll take every help hand we can get. Ready Rock, truth swears that once the Potsworn have the perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You and the Third Promise can assist help hand Rackle Rock.
Raku Rock?
Rackle Rock.
Any relation to Fraggle Rock?
You other four, follow Ready Rock. There are other help hands in need of help lending. I really appreciate you two pitching in.
It's what we do.
I mean it when I say mini fires. There'll be no more feigning strength. No more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how to practice who you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Now, let's find the Rackle Rock fellow and see what we can do for him. Oh no.
Oh no?
We've already hit 92 quests.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the reasons why I wanted Bird to have a head start.
Pestapic?
Prestapic. So many pots when smashed shards. Perhaps if we powder smash the smashed shards and mix the pot powder with craft clay, we could make fresh pots from the smashed pots.
We have a mender?
Hold on. Back here.
Ooh, hidden.
Doldrick. So much crafty stuff when clatter crash and squish squelch and the big wind and the bad rain. Must order more before the potsworn outrun their supplies. Yeah, and we're here to help make sure you still have potsworn to supply.
We'll pause with these two and talk with everyone else in the village.
Over here.
Ah, bubbly.
Come on. The Great Stairs collapsing really is a nightmare. Goodness knows when or how we'll be able to secure passage back to Tuliolal, nor if there will be any profit to be made at the end of it. Don't worry, top warriors of light are on the job.
Timpakic?
What will be the crowning of the new Dawn servant mean for Earthenshire in Timpakic wonders? She heard hopes, well, there will still be a place for potsworn and help hands at the new Tural.
Okay, so Trick seems to be the female suffix here.
Agnobrock. It is hurt happying to hear that many fires outlived the storm, but sad eyes that the big stairs did not. Until they're back built, trading with the Hanu Hanu will be a tricky task.
Yes, it will. Hello, Ready Rock. No time for the...
This is no time for metal tests. Yes, that's right, I guess it would be.
Yep. The help hands are fantastic. The pot packs must be upheld.
Between there.
Flaraflick.
It is a very important mob duty to find the perfect craft stuff for our potsworn. Moblin Hellplans are always wide eyes and big ears for new sources of good grade craft stuff. Suppose this could be where the crafting stuff happens later?
Maybe. At least maybe
supplier?
Allied society.
Oh, a tribe. Yeah. Yeah.
What used to be called tribes.
Yes. Every day we moblins are... You think so?
I think the Q is the ender.
Right.
Every day, we Moblins are full-handed, sweat-browed, and foot-rushed helping out our Potsworn. But when we see the Trixie Crafts treasures and that they craft make for us, it is all worthwhile.
Very good. Ternotic. Ska. Happy welcome to Earthenshire. How can Ternotic hand help?
What do you do here?
Ternotic is a help hand. Help hand's job is to help craft hands with whatever they need to complete their S tasks and to the best of the Tricky's skill. Must provide the perfect comfy feeling workspace for our craft hands, but not too comfy feeling or craft hands will not handcraft. Need to find the right balance between stress soothing and pookie prodding. Very true.
And what do you do? Or the second one, I accidentally clicked through. Yeah, same phrase.
What kind of place is this?
Thank you.
Earthenshire is a Moblin thinky thing, built with Moblin claycraft. Now it is home to both we Moblins and the Potsworn, to whom we offer our home and our hand help. Potsworn are master crafters all, and with our hand help, they make many, many masterpieces. For our play part, we make much, much jingly shine. Yay, jingly shine.
Hello, local merchant.
Dark matter, casual greens, lures.
Yep,
bait.
usual.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so too. But
Okay,
it is that time.
Oh, yeah, it is. Keep sneaking up on me tonight. Yeah, these guys don't really believe in chairs.
No, but they do have beds.
Fair enough.
Ha ha ha! They work too. Yeah, we'll take a nap here for now.
And what's that command?
/ doze.
Ah.
There you go. With that said, we're gonna call it an evening here. Thank you all very much for joining us.
Yes, it is an evening.
Mostly just walking around and getting a little farther with story. We will continue this on Monday. Come tomorrow night, it's more Deep Dungeon fun. And then Sunday, it's back on the buns, and they're still slowly poking their way through Heavensward Plus content.
Yes, they are in 3-2 at the moment.
Yes. Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we will see you then.
Yes, everyone have a great night.